Hell yeah, my fellow bow hunters, bienvenidos, and welcome back to the fourth episode to the East Coast Bow Hunting Podcast. We have blood. Thanks for joining us at the Slay Studio in Coventry, Connecticut, hiding in the mountains of God's heaven. Your boy D-Rock here with my arrow slinging brother,
Trevor.
and sitting in to get a little taste of the blood later on, we're going to be waiting on Ryan coming in from the deep woods. Today's episode is brought to you by Shebeen Brewery, CT's finest craft beer from Wolcott, Connecticut. 100 Demons, East Coast hardcore music known worldwide. Trev's Euros for all your Euromount needs, and made possible by CT Bowhunting, CT's #1 source for bow hunting. We are always here for new and old hunters through education, evolution, and entertainment. And we want to do a quick shout out, making this show possible. Thank you, Working Class Bow Hunter. And again, a big shout out to Burning Hearts Tattoo Company, 1430 Meriden Road, down in the dirty Connecticut. Check out your boy Wes, and he'll give you premium tattoos, and he's got a whole bunch of body piercing fellas out there as well. How you doing, Trev?
Good, man. Feeling good, too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Blood on the ground, right?
Yeah, dude. It's it was only a couple days in, but...
Hell yeah. So, before we get to that and the heart of the episode, I want to touch base a little bit on CT bow hunting. We won't get too detailed because we want our buddy Jeff in here to get really down to the specifics. But we just want to shout out to all the bow hunters out there and even hunters in Connecticut and even outside of Connecticut. If you're just curious on what's going on in the local area, check out the website at www.ctbowhunting.com. And I mean, even if you're interested in pro staff and you want to hit it up,
yeah, there's an entry form on there actually.
Is there?
Where you can sign on to try out for the pro staff. I mean, it's gonna come through me. I'm not gonna send it on, but no, just kidding. Just playing around.
That's cool. And
you can go right on there. I think I'm on there right now, just looking. There's a get in touch. You can use that also, but also in the main forum. I don't know. I'll find it. It's somewhere in here, but you can send in to be part of the pro staff. So we'll take applications and stuff. I don't really know like right now or whatever. I mean, depending on your
background and what you got to offer.
And what you got to offer too. Always looking for bloggers. I mean, Jeff is always looking for bloggers. If guys
That's
are
true.
writing blogs.
That's true. If you like to write or rant even, and it has something to do with bow hunting or Connecticut, jump on the website.
I mean,
not
even if it was out of state, somebody that wanted to blog and write about tips and tricks. I mean, that he's always interested in that kind of stuff too.
That's cool.
That's something to definitely reach out.
Hell yeah! Why don't you tell us a little bit what CT Bow Hunting's got to offer? Like the website, I noticed I went on there, and it's got some blog sections, so you can kind of write into the people that like to visit the website and even the administrators. But I heard there's an app too, right? The free app.
Yeah, so we're on the Apple Store and the Android phone store. You can get an app which that links right to the forum. Right off of there, so you can get right onto the forum. But one thing you definitely miss by being on the app and not is you miss a lot of like the new and upcoming things and so on and so forth, the flash through pictures and stuff, which changes on the daily basis. Also, more weekly than anything. Once the season gets going, Jeff kind of stays on top of that stuff. But CT Bowhunting was originated probably 8 years ago. Jeff Conklin, he was the main man. He started it, and it was his dream and something that he built off of. And he started a website when the forums were kind of big and huge. And then a little bit after he had come up with the idea and started building things, he came to me and asked if I would kind of like pro staff, be owner of it, and just kind of get things going. So he was here. Well, we were doing that for about 2-3 years, and then he got an opportunity to move out west to California, so he moved out there, and I kind of kept things going. And this season, the beginning of this season, we had a little bit of an issue where we had actually lost our domain. The company that holds the domain went under, so we had lost the website. So we had to go with a different domain, and Jeff had to redo the entire website with a with a designer friend of his.
And
Actually,
it looks
he's
sharp
pretty good
too.
at it. Yeah, I mean,
it looks
he's
sharp.
definitely he's very in tune with what goes on. I mean, he definitely knows the behind scenes IT stuff for that. It's nothing I could do.
Right. And it's cool on the app, actually, for our listeners out there, all 12 of you now. You know,
Yeah.
we gained more listeners. We're up to 12. So, but the app itself, it's a social media type format with many different sections and titles. I mean, there's news and trending, just blogging,
Chats.
chats.
There's a chat on there, like a live chat.
There's instant messages within the app. So it's very user friendly, and it's pretty cool to get in touch with people that you don't normally see, like on a Facebook or Instagram, because this is more targeted to hunter specific, and it's really, really cool to get in touch with those type of people without getting the nuisance from the antis. Because sometimes, you know, you might post something on the regular social media right now, and then you get, you know, everyone else's opinion about it that isn't necessarily involved, which is okay to do. It's cool. But this domain and this app is pretty cool that you could segregate that and kind of filter that out.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we definitely do is, I mean, we stay on top of that. If there's any type of bullshit or any type of problems or issues, I mean, we're pretty close and we moderate it a lot. There's a couple moderators on there. Some of the pro staff guys are moderators on the forum, and they don't play no games.
That's
cool.
cool.
Like, there's no joke.
That's cool. On the website, I also noticed what's pretty cool about the website nowadays. That's embedded on the front cover page, actually. When you scroll down the bottom of the page of the website for CT Bowhunting, you got the embedded episodes.
Oh, yeah, we're right on there. Yeah,
East Coast Bowhunting.
You can listen to us right through ctbowhunting.com.
Which is pretty badass, I think.
Yeah. And it's just a no bullshit website. Like, we don't discriminate. Anybody's welcome. You know, everybody reaches out to everybody. I mean, in past years, I've done Hunter for helping hunters, which is it's just a running list. This year, with everything going on, we had lost all of the members, and then we have to re-sign up. So getting in contact with these people and stuff, we've been slowly getting back into it and kind of like getting everybody back on the site. But what we used to do was hunters helping hunters, and what that is it's just a rolling list of all the members who want to be on the list and either be helped or help. So you can go on there, you send me a message on there, and I'll put your name on there, and then your phone number, your area, and the time of like contact. So like if I can call you up until 9 o'clock on a Saturday night or whatever the case, so that these guys can go and meet up with each other. And there's been a lot of positive stories that have come out of it. You know, we've one gentleman on there, he older guy, went through some troubles, and he had another hunter from the website go on there, and they met up, and he helped him drag out the deer.
What kind of troubles did he run into? Just to give like the new guys getting in, so this way they could kind of expect certain things.
The deer went a lot farther than he had thought, and he was being older. He couldn't drag it that far, so he went on there and he found somebody that was in his area to come and help him drag the deer out.
You know what? That's pretty cool, man. You don't hear of too many. I mean, I'm sure every group of people has something similar to that, but to offer that statewide, it's pretty badass, man.
It's cool. It's definitely a family. It's a family of guys. I mean, we definitely stick with each other. Like one of the other gentlemen, he was going through some troubles, lost his wife and whatnot, and ran into financial problems. So a lot of us banded together and bought him his tags and his license for the year. And you know, guys gave up donations and stuff, and they came to me and they were like, "Do you mind running a donation to help this gentleman out and kind of get him whatever he needs for the season to get through?" So
awesome.
It was just one of those things. It's a family kind of. We're all a big family, you know. It's definitely it's great, you know. They definitely everyone sticks together, so
that's the way it should be too. You know, I mean, the hunting community, the outdoor community should all band together, anyways. And anytime you can give your input or even lend a hand, definitely do so out there. I mean, don't be reluctant to. Everyone's super friendly out there, especially in the hunting community. And if you even have a question, just feel free to ask. And if you have any doubts, hit up CT Bowhunting.
Yeah.
So this is a good time to transition from, you were talking about the donations, actually. I'm going to switch up the schedule, so to speak, and switch over to the tree stand harness
Let's
donations.
talk about that. That's a huge thing.
Yep. East Coast Bowhunting Podcast is starting to run tree stand harness donations. So every hunter out there, especially experienced hunter, they get new stands and it comes with the, the stocky, so to speak, tree stand safety harness. And most of the time I hear a lot of people, they just chuck them. Now, being conservationists, we don't want to pollute and just throw stuff out. And especially if someone else that might not be as fortunate as us and they need help getting started and being safe and practicing tree stand safety, donate that stuff to us when it comes to the stocky tree stand harnesses, and we'll make sure we'll reciprocate and shout it out there. So this way, if any of you out there, newbies or oldies, that are veterans to the game and want to get back into the woods,
or want to just start wearing a harness because you never thought it was a good idea.
Right.
There's a lot of people in that. I myself am in that predicament. I never grew up wearing a harness.
That's what I mean, and we'll touch more on that subject as far as tree stand safety on the next episode coming up. But donate your stocky tree stand harnesses, or even ones that if you might have gotten away from hunting and it's just collecting dust and you just want to donate, if it's still good and it's used, we'll even take those as long as they're good. And you could contact us at www.eastcoastbowhuntingpodcast.com or at Gmail. And you can contact either Trev or D-Rock, which is myself, on social media. Instant message us, contact us on IG, Facebook, and then we could shoot you out an address. So this way you could send it out and it go for a good cause. And then this way, anyone that needs one, you could contact us and we'll get your address and we'll ship it out for you for free. And the only thing that we ask in return is very minimal, is just become a faithful listener, spread the good word, download our episodes, and give us a 5-star review. You know?
No, that's definitely huge. And going back to that, I mean, you're down in the dirty water, so you're halfway down the state. I'm on the top of the state. So, I mean, if I got to meet up with somebody or somebody wants to drop something off or exchange,
if you're
people are
close
coming
by,
in and out of the Euro shop too.
Yeah, you get a chance. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll spread the word there too. You know, a lot of those guys.
Yeah, if you just want to, I mean, you get a chance to meet us real quick if you like what you hear, and then we can meet up with you even if you're close by and we don't have to mail it out. I think this is going to work out really well, so this way we could all practice tree stand safety. And then this way, like I know I have quite a few of the stockies myself. This way, it goes to a good cause, and you don't have to worry about it. And if you never wore one before, wear one. And we'll touch base on why you should wear one on the next episode.
Yeah, we just want to bring it to your attention that this is something that we're going to be doing in the future. We already got a couple hanging around, and that we're willing to push forward, right?
Yeah, we have enough to start this off, so it's definitely going to be a good thing.
Yeah, if you need one, send us your story, and we'll send you out a new harness.
And you know what? We'll even shout you out on the episode. We'll read your story out loud on each episode that comes in, and then this way you get your name out there too, and then people can look out for you and help you out along the way. And don't be bashful, because we were all there before.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, I'm Mexican, so I needed the most help on the start off. That's
what it's all about, though.
Hey man, I got the right friends, so they helped me out very good. That's good.
No, but you definitely, we'll definitely, just for the faithfulness to our, knowing that you're going to be safe this season, we'll definitely shout you out here.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. We're all big family here. So now is actually a really good transition. We always shout out our sponsors at the beginning of every episode, and we're very fortunate to have them. We can't thank them enough. They make this show possible, especially Trev's Euros. You yourself, along with the people that helped you out, you contribute a lot to this podcast, so we want to throw you a little recognition in that regard, and definitely realize what's going on, and this is a good thing. I
appreciate it.
Well, we're out here to educate, and eventually we want to evolve, and honestly, we want to keep it deer camp style so we can be entertaining. And hopefully all the new guys out there that are thinking about coming into the hunting world, hit us up. We're the everyday man just like you, and if you need any tips or hints or a place to bring your kill and get it Euro mounted, hey, Trev's the man.
Yeah, I mean, anything in Connecticut, you shoot a deer, man, and you need some help or some insight, as to what to do, where to bring it, what's going on. I mean, just reach out. I mean, I know I have a lot of connections in the industry in the state, different butcher shops, and knowing different people and stuff. If you definitely need some help, just reach out to us. Instagram, Facebook, anything.
Yeah, we're here to help. We're here for the people.
Yeah.
the people's choice, so to speak.
Yeah, we just got to make it.
All 12 listeners.
Yeah.
So,
I think we just lost 2.
yeah, maybe. You're probably right.
Yep.
But you know what? We might get it back with this new segment that we're starting on. You know, we talking about the sponsors. We need to recognize Shebeen Brewing.
Yeah.
Shebeen Brewing is more than generous. We have endless supply of really good craft beer, and it's almost overwhelming. Word, Trev?
Yeah, dude, man. It definitely. Yeah, talk about bringing the show to us. Yeah. They definitely support us, and they get this show going. They get us.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
the liquid courage, so to speak.
The liquid courage, yeah, no joke.
Loosens us up from because everyone out there has got that 9 to 5, and if you don't, you're a lucky son of a bitch, and we are a little jealous of that. Yeah. But this is what we're striving to do: go full time outdoors. So it's not a job, and it's something we love. But at the end of your shift, it's the end of the day, and you want to listen to some jackasses at deer camp, which is us. There's nothing better than cracking a nice cold beer. And what better way to do it with a Shebeen Brewing beer? Straight out of Wolcott, Connecticut.
I mean, even their Irish Pale Ale has a deer on it.
That's their main logo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's the Hunter's beer.
That's it. It's all about the dirt.
Let alone a podcast being sponsored by a beer company. But what beer company out there has got a damn deer on their logo?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which brings me to their newest beer that came back out. They actually released it last year. But it went so quick because it was so hot. And what I mean by hot, it was the shit. And they brought it back out this year. Shebeen John Beer.
What?
Shebeen John Beer.
Excuse me.
Like the tractor, John Deere, but it's John Beer.
Yeah, I mean, they love the colors. I mean, that's green, yellow, tan. I mean, that's Shebeen right there.
Hell yeah. And this beer is a different type of IPA. It's actually got like fruity notes of... let's see here.
What do they got? Like grapefruit, something crazy like that?
No, not grapefruit. It's John Beer is 5.5%, so it's nothing too heavy, but it's got a little kick, so it goes down easy. And it's brewed with Citra and Pecco hops, has a floral aroma, notes of mango and citrus zest, and finishes nice and clean. I actually sound like I know what I'm talking about. Where?
Yeah. What are you, a beer guy? Did you like fix a beer cooler once or something?
Actually, it's funny you bring that up, man. Everyone, by now, all 12 listeners know that I'm a grunt during the day. I'm just a mechanic. And a true meaning of a mechanic is just you fix shit. You know, I take it apart.
You tinker with it.
Well, yeah. I guess I'm a bit of a Tinkerbell myself. But yeah.
You look like a Tinkerbell.
You're just hating on the new fresh ink from Burning Hearts tattoo.
That's
Thank
right.
you, Wes. All right, and just so everyone out there, you know, you might see it on our social media is if you got ink to display, share it with us, you know?
Yeah, we all love ink.
Yeah, we'll display it on our page. If you got any outdoor ink, we'll put it on our page and post it and shout you out, and then this way we could get all 12 listeners involved. We might even get 13 listeners. I mean, shit.
I'd have to say, I have 2 sleeves, and they're all outdoor sleeves.
That's what I'm saying. That's badass.
Both my sleeves.
Yeah. So,
and you're working on a second one.
Yeah. It's always work in progress with ink.
That's it.
You know, it always is. It's never ending. It's an addiction. Not like crack, more like heroin. You know, you just need the needle.
Straight heroin.
Yeah, you just need the needle.
Black tar heroin.
Oh shit! So let's get back to Shebeen though. They reached out to me because one day it's my usual date night. Go ahead, bash on D-Rock.
Yeah.
Friday night date night. I know I ain't the only one out there. I'm the only one that admits it.
Yo, who's walking into the studio?
We need to take time of Ryan the man stepping into the studio. What's up, Ryan?
What up, Ryan? Look at his elite hat. Yo, he's rocking the elite hat.
Fuck,
of course I am.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
There's gotta be a pillow too, huh? That's nice.
Yeah, dude.
Yo, perfect timing. Throw on that headset, man.
Where's the TV?
Get close to the mic.
We changed up the studio a little bit, bro.
Yeah, it's a little bigger in here.
Yeah, we just organized it, put up some new fans, some all kinds of shit. We got you some Shebeen. We were you walked in right at the prime time. We were just talking about the new release of the Shebeen.
Yeah, John Beer. We're talking about Shebeen Brewery, trying to get everyone involved and get them down to Wolcott, Connecticut. Hit up that brewery.
Where's the John Beer?
The John Beer, bro, no lie. I went to go get a case to bring it here, and I know you saw the cases when you walked in.
Oh, I definitely saw those.
John Beer, I went to get a case so we could bring it up here because we get our beer for free. Thank you, Shebeen.
Yeah.
And it was sold out, bro. Sold out.
Yeah,
Just
they're moving it off the shelves like that, bro.
Wow.
Yeah,
amazing.
Well, we definitely got to get our hands on some.
That's what I'm saying. You know what? You guys need to come down.
Yeah, no, we definitely got to plan that.
I mean, shit. Come down to date night, you know?
Date night.
Date night.
Bring the old ladies and we can, you know, have a good time.
We'll go down to Shebeen and fucking hang out.
That's what I'm saying. If you guys get too trashed, I got plenty of room at the crib. You guys can just pass out there, you know?
Yeah, that's close to you, eh?
It's right up the street.
That's what's up.
It's actually just out of the dirty into the nice neighborhood of Woolkit.
Oh, all right. So we don't have to worry about like drug deals and crazy things happening.
Nah, it's just over the line. As soon
Okay.
as you cross that line, you're gonna see, you know, the deals happening. But you
We
just
have
step
enough-
back over, and then you don't even see it anymore. So it's pretty cool how that works. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
The funniest part, we'll get back to Shebeen, but the funniest part about that in the dirty is like you'll see the drug deals and you'll see a cop drive by, see the drug deal, and keep on walking. You know what I mean? They'll keep driving by because they got bigger shit to worry about. They want to take care of all the wife beaters and the murderers and
What do
the
they
actual
care about
criminals.
a little dude smoking a J on the corner? I mean, is it really that big of a deal?
It's really not. It's really not. But hey, welcome to the dirty there.
That's it.
But back to Shebeen, like what you asked, I did have to fix one of their canning machines.
Oh, that's right.
It was date night with with my fiance Sandra and we're just chilling there, and then the owner with the head brewer, or not the head brewer, the assistant brewer, they were just down in the dumps, and I'm like, this place is a cheerful place. So naturally, Sandra, she's a therapist, so she started asking questions. That's what they do. And once she started asking questions, that's when I started to disappear because I don't want to get trapped into that.
Right.
And come to find out, one of their canning machines was down, and it was a catastrophic event because, the canning process would just shut down. So production would just shut down all the way. See, Sandra heard me talking about her. That was her texting me. Isn't that crazy?
The ears are ringing.
The women know, bro.
She's probably listening right now. Like, how'd you talk about me? but Shebeen. Oh, that one didn't pop all over.
Yeah, because I fucking shove it down my throat.
You're not wearing it.
Yeah.
So long story short, they called me in the very next morning. I did my part. I mean, they're our sponsor.
That's
They give us
awesome.
free beer. And that's my boy, Richard Visco. He's a good dude, straight out of Ireland with a Irish brewing company and with a deer on it. I mean, it's the Hunter's beer.
I'm excited.
And I had to make sure the Hunter's beer stays, in line.
Yeah.
We got to make shit happen.
Yeah.
Hunters stick together, and we got to pull together and help each other out when we can. And long story short, I made it happen, man.
That's what's up, man.
It just took a lot of adjustment. We had to start from square one, and anyone that's into brewing out there or knows anything about beer and the process of is just had to start from square one and recalibrate everything.
Yeah.
It was tedious, but by the end of the day, I was drunk as fuck at Shebeen Brew.
That's what's up. What's better than that, man?
What more can you ask for?
Not much more. So actually, before we get into the heart of the episode and Trev's blood that he got on the ground, let's switch back to Ryan. He just joined us, and
what happened? Dude?
hardcore hunter himself was out there doing the deed in the woods and trying to make it happen.
Yo,
Tell
where
us
did you go hunting?
I went up on that new piece we've been talking about for a while. I was there
that
for
private piece, huh?
private piece. I was there for
That's
put
right.
10 hours in today and found some real good areas, real fresh signs, some new bedding.
What'd you spend the whole day in there?
I did. I got there a little
Wow.
late. Had a rough night, rough morning, but got in there a little late, about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and
What was
sat
rough
till
about
dark.
it?
I got a little food poisoning last night.
No shit.
Yeah. My
Yeah,
girl,
he went to.
my
he
girl
went
and
to
I
the food
both
truck.
from some food trucks, a little food truck festival. We went
What'd you
to
think was
yesterday.
gonna
what the
happen?
fuck?
Shit,
well.
Meals on wheels, bro.
Meals on wheels. No, it was some air show, car show, food truck festival,
Right.
and had some bad food, I guess. But
Fuck, pissing out your ass.
yeah, oh yeah,
Jesus.
both ends.
What the fuck?
So I ended up getting to the woods a little later than I wanted to, of course, but 9:30, 10
The
o'clock.
dude still
and,
goes in the woods.
sat
Dude, that's
till
what I'm
dark.
saying.
Sat
You don't
till
get no
dark,
more.
man.
You don't get no more hardcore than that. man.
No. Found some nice areas, got some cameras out again, some different spots, and unfortunately didn't connect to anything, didn't even see anything, but I got faith still.
The fuck were you doing? Walking through the woods, like pissing on a tree? Or
I
something?
must have been,
What the fuck's
man.
going on out there?
I don't know. No
That's
idea.
crazy.
You know what,
no,
though?
it's gonna happen.
I've been
dude.
putting
It's
a lot of
so
time
early.
in, and
Hey,
Yeah.
you're learning the land though.
That's it. To I keep pushing further and further as I
Yeah.
go. I got my little climber stashed out there in different spots,
Do some
depending on where I end
creeping
up, and just kind of
Creep and climb.
creep and climb. That's it. Yep.
All three of us run the climbers. We'll get that into the next episode. Hopefully, Ryan will join us on the next episode as well, because we have a lot to talk about with tree stands. So make sure you stay tuned. Once we're finished with this episode, look for us the next week, and we'll definitely touch base on that for everyone that has any questions out there. So Ryan, I mean, you see any sign at all? At least?
Oh yeah, I'm seeing a ton of sign. Like I said, I found some real fresh beds that were definitely from last night, from this morning. Just missed out on those, but a lot of new tracks, a lot of new sign. Unfortunately, no rubs yet or any scrapes, but they're definitely hitting the acorns hard. Found a little spot in between some mountain laurels. There's mountain laurels, then a swamp with a stream.
Connecticut State plant too.
Yeah, and of course the deer love them. And then the other side was a nice little oak ridge with just acorns everywhere. So I thought I was going to be in a good spot, but of course on my way home, fresh cut cornfield right next door. I counted 14 deer, and there was more than I could even.
Boom!
There
they are.
There they are eating the
That's
fresh
crazy.
corn.
They're
so-
lucky we can't bait on state
Yo,
land.
Yeah, I
and just
know, huh?
remind you too is that this piece is 625 acres. That's the biggest piece that I've ever hunted in my life, and it's all
Especially-
to ourselves.
Especially for
Mind you.
Connecticut, where?
Yeah, 625 acres. I mean, that's huge, and it's straight mountain. This is not like
Rolling hills or...
I feel like the great. What is that? Mountain ram, dude. Like that's what I feel like walking up this fucking thing.
Oh, shit.
I mean, we had this story about us walking up in our skivvies.
Yeah, and that was... Well, and that's what's nice about it right now is things have changed, especially the temperatures, and that's nice because it's nice and cool out right now. So
Right.
it gives us more incentive to get out there.
Yeah, I mean, it was 47 degrees when I left the house this morning.
Oh, it was cold out and sitting in this stand.
Oh, yeah.
It was nice. I had gloves, I had a mask, I had, my
Yo.
sweatshirt, my jacket, my pants, I had everything on. I was nice and comfortable.
I felt like I was on the deadliest catch today at work. It was fucking out of control. Dude.
I saw that snap. Saw the wind fucking smacking you in the face. You're like, fuck.
It was nuts out there. I can only imagine what it is like in a tree stand.
Oh, it's beautiful. Nice and windy,
Oh.
rocking me to sleep. It was
Perfect.
great.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. So let's get back and transition to the heart of the episode.
Here
We
we go.
have blood. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Trev, you got blood this past week.
Oh, we got blood.
We got blood.
We painted the woods red.
Fuck yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
It felt so good. But I'll tell you what, it was nothing huge. Let's not get that twisted by any means.
That's all right. You broke the ice.
Yeah, man.
Broke the
It's
ice.
Meat in the freezer, man.
It's like 110-pound dough. I mean, it wasn't nothing crazy.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hashtag meat locker.
Maybe if
That's
it was
what
even
we're
that
about.
big.
So why don't you take
Maybe
us...
100 pounds.
That's all right. That's me. I saw you open the fridge to get the beer out from Shebeen, and I saw you aging the meat. I mean, you
That's
got
it.
plenty of meat in there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So why don't you take us play by play? Were there any kind of Trev's bloopers at all this time?
Oh,
or-
it was, well, so I showed up to work, and we didn't have enough people to go sailing, so I was like, this was on the break of that first cold front push that came through. So that night was like 45. No, was it that cold? Probably 50, 40, 49, 48, somewhere in that ballpark. Probably the same as this morning, but it was the first day of that. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. The guy's like, come on, let's go striper fishing. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Fuck that. I'm going in the woods.
Fishing what?
Yeah, I get to do that every day. Why
That's
do I
what I'm
wanna keep
saying,
doing
the
that?
hard
I want to go
life.
kill something. So, I said screw it. I came home, took a shower, descended, and I went right down to my local A++ spot.
What time of day was it?
So I got into the woods. It was like 12 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, I just said, fuck it. I'm just gonna sit all day. So that's
So where is this
First
A++
of all, yeah.
spot?
it's right down.
No,
the
no,
road
I'm,
here.
I'm joking. Don't
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that. Don't get
So
me
it's
started.
another place that you have to feel like a mountain goat going up. It's
Oh,
just
Jesus.
giant mountain. And so I got in there, got nestled in. I was in my stand by like 12:30, and I just sat
And sat.
and sat. Yeah, I get it. We fucking
Yeah, you're
sat.
fucking sitting.
Yeah. So no, and so then I start seeing movement, dude, and it's like 3:30, 3 o'clock maybe. And I'm like, oh shit, they came early. This is awesome.
That is early.
This place is always known for it, though. Always early movement. Yeah.
How
The
many
does
deer you
come
think
into
you
this thing.
saw?
I don't know. There's had to been 3, 4.
Really?
Yeah. So they started coming in, and they bedded down right in front. Like I'm all ready. I'm like, I'm itchy fucking trigger. I'm trying to figure out how far they are right there to shoot them as they're walking, because I'm like just like itchy from sitting there all. Because we sat there all day Saturday, didn't see a fucking deer. So then I went out so this would be my second outing, and I finally see movement. So I'm like all jacked up. I'm like, I'm gonna smoke these things. And I had to unleash the new Elite, dude. We haven't put a mark on that thing yet. So,
well, you put a mark on.
Well, I did put a mark on it, but.
Put a little dirt on it too.
Yeah, for all our oh, Ryan, I don't know if you knew, we have 12 listeners now.
Yeah.
So for all our listeners out there, if you tune into the last episode, Trev's bloopers, one of our segments, he actually dropped his fucking bow when he got to the top of his tree. So that's what we're referring to. So let's get back to it. So you're seeing movement. They came in around 3:30.
Yeah, and they come in and they fucking bed down. I'm like, what? This is bullshit. They're like 60 yards away from me, bedded down in some thick ass shit. And I'm like, ugh. So I just like nestle back down in the tree and I sit down. Shebeen. And
why does it explode every time I open it, but not for you guys?
I got the touch.
No, it did it to me earlier. But so they bedded back down. I just nestled back down in my tree and I just watched and watched and watched. Well, come to find out with it, I ended up recording on my Moultrie archery cam, the one that goes on my stabilizer, or has the built-in stabilizer.
Right.
That I fucking started recording when they bedded down. So now I have like an hour and a half of them bedded.
Huh.
So they get up and they start walking towards me. Now they're like, they
both did, or?
One of them got up first and started coming towards me. So then I took the camera and I fucking turned the camera, what I thought was, and that wasn't the case. I turned it the fuck off. So I didn't get the kill on camera.
Trev's bloopers.
Yes.
So I got the whole thing of them like coming in, bedding down, getting up, coming back at me. Then they come into range and I turned the fucking camera off. So I didn't get that on camera. But it's pretty cool. They came in. Yeah, I mean, like if you're like earthy crunchy and want to see cool things, like them come in, bed down, and then get back up.
That's good for the antis.
Yeah.
Oh, look at nature.
This show is not for the anti.
No. Well, it can be if they ever want to reference what hooligans like us actually do.
That's the truth.
We're a good research subject, I guess, for them.
Yeah. Yeah, wicked. So they so the thing comes in, it's like I'm like,
but did you break out your rangefinder though? That's essential, right? So,
well, I already knew all my ranges. So
while
like
you were sitting there earlier, like
I zapped each tree, like
okay,
you know, like
cool.
I'm in some thick shit. So like every opening, I know like across strategically, like all right, that's 20 on this circle. Right. Just something that I've learned from doing it my whole life. Like well,
that's why I say
something my father taught me was like get up, range your trees. My dad used to just zing arrows at him and make sure that it was with 20 yards, and then be like, all right, that was a good spot. You know. He shoot his old fucking. He has an old Hoyt.
A real old Hoyt.
Yeah, the speed bow with the two.
Small
the
wheels.
He's got an overdraw. He's got an overdraw on it. Oh yeah. Shooting like 23-inch arrows with that overdraw.
Yeah, they're 2217. 2217 aluminum arrows.
Yeah, is he still using aluminum?
Feathers. Of course he is, dude.
With the thunder heads.
You don't need that carbon shit.
No, with the huge thunder heads on there.
Yeah, Thunderhead 100s. Yeah, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just old school, but that's what he used to do. So it was just something that I'd always learned was like just always make sure you know your distances. Like he used to take like orange like tape, you know, nail marker tape,
right? And
then he would mark the trees around and be like, orange is 20, and then 125 or 30 would be green.
Oh, that's a smart tactic.
So just like
that's
whatever.
A cool
that's just
old
something
school thing to do.
Whatever. When we were young, that's what he taught us.
No, that's pretty clever actually.
I used to get yelled at all the time too.
Why is that?
Well, because
your bloopers?
No, because like I would shoot a deer and then he would come over and he'd be like, "So where was it standing?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. I shot it and it ran that way." And he's like, "So rookie, dude. You're supposed to pay attention to where it was so you can find arrow, blood, hair, whatever the case may be." So I've learned from those things. Like there might blooper in the tree, but when we get on the ground, dude, that's business. I'm like a bloodhound. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just those things. So, anyways.
That's what I say, play by play. So this way, all the new guys that have zero experience, they know exactly what they should be doing play by play. You know.
So
what I mean?
this deer came in and it got to my 20-yard tree in the 20-yard opening where it came. I'm already full draw. I see the first step, the leg come out, one click back, I fucking zapped it, killed, hooked, fucking took off running.
How many yards?
Oh, it didn't make it 25. I could hear it just crashing. Right through the woods. I mean, I knew it was down.
Did you watch it? Did it do the whole like horse thing, like hind leg type thing? And
Oh, it
kinda,
looked like a straight mule, dude. Fucking,
yeah, bucking and stuff.
Oh, out of control. Jumped right up. I mean, at 100 pounds, it got fucking 15 feet off the ground.
Right. Usually that happens when you hit them a little bit high and it's closer to their spine. They usually end up doing that.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Right in the spine.
Nice.
Sent it. It was like a long spine. I don't know. It was weird.
He sent it. Sent to everyone
Didn't
knows
go
that
far.
reference.
Didn't go far at all.
Send it.
And it was a little quartering too. But
quartering to you.
Yeah, because it was coming down the trail, came around the tree, and it was kind of like to me facing quartering. Yeah.
So the exit wound, where did it come out? Kind of
Like third rib from the back.
Oh, okay.
So
you
went
double
in the
lunged
right
that
side.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it didn't go far. You saw the shot placement.
Hell yeah, that shit was pretty as fuck. Looked like a professional.
So I mean, it's
Almost
an elite
looked
with
like
an HHA. I mean, that thing's a zap.
I'm saying, shout out Elite and HHA.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, but it was crazy. So it just fucking took off, and I can hear it just crashing, and it was down.
That's badass.
That's when I called you. And
Yeah,
I called
actually,
Ryan.
before that, when they bedded, what'd you do?
What did I do?
You're like, oh, this shit's going down.
Oh yeah, I
This
texted
shit is
you guys
going
and
down.
said,
Next week, Ryan and I are getting pics of bedded deer, and I didn't see any antlers. I'm like, all right, he's on some does. And maybe one of them was actually a button buck or something, but you couldn't really tell because of the pics.
right.
And I'm like, oh, this going. I'm like, get him. We need to break the ice.
That's right.
I even shouted, I'm like, yeah, this will be good for content. You're like, nah. He's like, I'm not doing it because of that. In my head, I'm like, yes, you are.
No, I want fucking blood on the ground. I mean, that's what we live on.
Yeah, we live for the meat.
Oh. Yeah, we don't eat the horns, man. My wife's ready to fucking choke me. What do you mean? It's a week into this and you haven't fucking killed nothing? Like,
I know, man. For all you hunters out there, you know what's up. If this is your life, you get so much pressure, and it's from the people that you wouldn't even expect. It's from at home. Where, Ryan? The people closest to you are putting the pressure on, and it's usually a female. What the hell? And you know what?
My wife's trying to talk me into giving her a ride down the road so she can run one over or something. She wants it so bad.
That's what I'm saying. And it's crazy because, I mean, I'm not knocking females at all. That's why we try to not go hunting with them. Because if we bring them out hunting, they're going to shoot the biggest buck of our lives.
Right.
We get to witness it, and then they get to brag about it. It's always the way. It seems that way anyways.
Absolutely.
Shit. So Ryan, I want to we'll get back to Trev in a second.
Nah, we killed it. Fucking dragged it out. I scun it.
Actually, let's finish up then.
Yeah,
then
what do you
what
got, Trev?
happened
What do you got?
after it fell down? After it fell down, what happened?
I went over.
You climbed
got
down
my
without falling?
Well, of course I had. Yeah. Oh. Professional now. I did it twice.
Damn.
So I had a Luminoc on there, or a Nocturnal, one of the flashing green and reds. And
you use those fancy things?
Yeah. Well, it came with my broadhead, so how can I not?
All right, yeah.
That came with your broadheads?
Yeah, man. The new Whack'ems. I went to Whack'ems.
Yo, you know Walmart's got slick tricks now?
Yeah,
what?
that's all right.
I'm saying though, that's pretty bad.
I heard that
Yeah,
the new
are
Slick
good.
Tricks are out of this world.
They're
though.
good, bro.
I heard
Slick
that the
Tricks
new
always have
ones
been.
are.
That's what I'm saying. They have
Yeah.
them at Walmart.
That's
they have
awesome.
them all at Walmart.
That's
Even
what I'm saying.
They
Maybe
even have
yo, shout out to Walmart. We'll get some Slick Tricks.
Walmart.
I get a lot of my gear at Walmart. Nothing wrong with
What are
it.
you saying, bro? No.
What am I saying?
I'm just
Yo,
saying.
just shout out to Walmart.
Shout out to Walmart,
That's what
man.
I'm saying for
Yo,
Connecticut.
shameless plug. Walmart.
I'm saying for Connecticut, that's huge, man.
Yeah, no,
You know,
that is.
because we're getting some out west shit into our shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Slick trick, although they even have decapitators. You know what I
What?
mean? Yeah, man.
Come on.
I'm saying 3-inch holes.
What Walmart you going to?
The one in Naugatuck?
Naugatuck?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was going to the Dirty Water. I
Yo.
thought they only sell spears and
Nah,
knives.
the Dirty, believe it or not, at Dirty, they have an excellent fishing section.
Yeah.
Because
They
they
got the lakes.
Yeah.
They definitely go with the areas that they are. So, like, if
Oh,
you go to
without
the
a
one
doubt.
down in Old Saybrook, it's all crab and nets and shit because that's what people do.
Right. And even in Westport.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, Waterbury, I just try to stay out of there, man. I'll end up slapping the fuck out of someone in there, you know what I mean? And plus, I stand out, you know?
Is it a super Walmart?
It's supposed to be, but it's ghetto super Walmart. That means you could get your milk, bread, and cheese and go at the first of the month and cash in on your government assistance, and I'm not knocking that at all, because if you need help, that's what we pay taxes for, and this Mexican pays his taxes, but I just don't qualify. Believe it or not, I don't qualify for government assistance. I wish I did. I did.
You can go there and make fun of people
Nah,
and shit?
nothing like that. It's a
ain't
fake.
no fun.
It's a fake.
Trev,
super
you hang
Walmart.
out in delis and make fun of people?
No, but it's fucking Walmart, dude. Like, I don't know. The people at Walmart. You know, the guy... I've never
Pajama
seen-
Central.
Bro,
Walmart is
it's-
Pajama Central.
That's what I'm saying. Or camouflage. I've never seen so many non-hunters not wear fucking camouflage. Non-hunters wearing camouflage. Like, it fucking pisses me off.
Nah, they just want to blend in, man. They just
Blend
wanna
in?
blend in.
What are they trying to fucking hide in aisle 3?
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm not really
It's
sure.
fucking Walmart. They're trying to gank some shit or
That's
something.
what I'm saying, but
Especially in
still,
the
come
desert.
on. The camouflage, you don't even fucking hunt. Hunters don't wear camouflage. That's what I know. I mean, minimal, like Crocs and
I got a hat on.
hats.
I got
You
a
know
hat
what I'm
on.
saying? Like, yeah, he's wearing Crocs.
I didn't
No,
go
don't,
camo
listen,
this
mister. Fucking socks and sandals over there. Where your Crocs are probably hiding behind you.
No.
Look what this Mexican's rocking, though.
Ooh,
The cowboy
ooh,
boots.
with an American flag on them.
Fuck
He stole
yeah.
them when he jumped the border into Texas.
Hey, I gotta blend in somehow. Yo, the American flag is my camo, bro. I am Mexican. Don't look at that Mexican flag on my arm.
Yeah.
I'm blending in. I got American flag on my feet. Oh man. So after we kind of got sidetracked
did,
with
but
it,
whatever.
but you know,
We
you
always
know what?
do. Always do.
It happens at deer camp. But yeah, so you shot the deer, and before you drug it out or dragged it, I think that's the correct way to say dragged
Drug.
it out. No, not drugged, because
Dragged
if
it.
you drug, then you're fucking laying in the street with a needle in your arm. So before you dragged it out, did you call anyone? You do it yourself? How'd you do it? Like, did you wait? How long did you wait?
Well, I knew that it crashed. And I knew I put on a good hit.
Okay.
So, I don't know, maybe like 15 minutes. When you know you smoke it
Yeah.
and you hear the thud, 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 and then and they're just fucking flailing around, you know it's lights out.
All right.
I mean, when you see it pretty much go down right there, then...
The only reason that was Trev farting. No. He hit the mic. He hit the mic. But I just the reason I ask is because I want the new guys getting into it. They need to wait. Especially
Yo,
if they're
you
not
definitely
sure
have to
if
wait.
it's
Definitely wait.
We've been seeing a ton of that, like on a lot of the online social media. Like these guys are like, "Oh, I pushed this deer, or this, that, and I didn't retrieve this one, or I didn't see this one, or that." I mean, if you don't know, ask,
right.
because you're gonna fuck it up for yourself.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
You're
Because
gonna
I don't want to
lose
fuck it up
shit.
for myself. You guys are way more experienced than I am when it comes to deer hunting. But I do know I do my homework. And as a
Right.
newbie, you have to do your homework. This is my passion. It's my drug. Like, I don't go to drug deals in the dirty. I go to the woods for my drug. And my drug is deer hunting.
Right.
So we need to explain everything. Like, Ryan, how long, if you whack a deer, how long do you wait typically?
I usually give it an hour.
Oh, damn, an hour?
Yeah, I mean, even if it's a good shot, you still don't want to push it. And in that time you're waiting, another deer could walk by and you could smoke that too. So every minute in the woods is better.
It too also depends on the hit.
Of course,
I mean,
absolutely.
if you know that you smoked it, or like myself who has a camera, I can go back and watch and be like, "Yo,
Even if it was off, though?
what's that?"
What if your camera was
Oh,
off?
then you straight fall. Which is a norm, but yeah. I mean, but you playing that in your head and you're like, I smoked it. And then, you add up, like sometimes when it first happens and I shoot, I'll get down and I'll walk to the arrow. And then kind of
Alright.
see what's going on in that area. Within the 15, 20 minutes, I'll jump down. I'll check and see where
take a
I'm
look
at.
at the blood.
See what's up. And then from there, kind of decide like,
The bloodhound comes out, right?
am I going to back out?
Right.
And I'm gonna wait, go get, if it's in the morning, most of the time we'll go get coffee, donuts, or whatever, and then breakfast sandwich, and then go back and then track.
Also, you back out sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we've had
Oh, yeah.
tons of scenarios where we've backed out, put on bad hits and shit. When I was a kid, man, I used
what
to
would
just
make you
fucking
back out?
fling arrows. I was just like the flinging arrow fucking king.
Well, that's what we do. I mean, you guys say, you know what? I mean, I wish I was at your level with the elites. I'll be there one day, but I'm saying, you saw my strings. I shoot a lot.
Right.
I shoot a lot. And part of it is because I don't know any better, or maybe I'm not, like I said, I'm not at your level. So what makes you guys back out? Because I want to know.
So when I
see, when
I see that the grit in the, like, you see like berries and like fucking nuts and leaves and shit all in it, in the in your blood, then you know. If you get that grit in the blood, then you know that you definitely
gut shot
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let's do like a question and answer. So like I'll give you a scenario of what blood color, and you try and guess and see what it is.
All right.
How's
go ahead,
that?
Shoot. Yeah, go ahead.
All
shoot.
right. So
Let's see if D-Rock did his homework.
yeah, let's see. So let's do bright red air.
Lung.
Okay. Bright red. Just straight bright red.
That could mean a couple things, though.
Okay.
It could be liver.
Liver's
Give me a little darker.
It-
A little darker blood.
a little darker blood would be liver.
Okay, but bright red, it could be liver, or it could be spine.
Heart shot.
Or a heart shot.
Heart, well, yeah, that's what I mean. It could be a few things.
Right. Exactly. But the air is definitely lung shot.
Oh, without
either
a doubt.
single or double lung.
Liver, I shot liver before, and it is a little darker, but not much, really.
No?
No, it's not significant, anyways.
Okay.
I
No,
mean,
I
that's
agree.
from my experience.
Sometimes it can be a deeper red. Sometimes more like a maroonish red, not a bright red. It's not like that lung red.
Nah.
The
nah,
heart
definitely
red
not.
is different than the liver red sometimes.
Luckily, I haven't. I can't answer gut only from what I read, though.
So gut, I obviously went over. That's gonna have your grit in it. That's gonna have like.
How's that look exactly? Because I've heard it kind of
So
has
it's got
like,
like green smegma.
yeah.
yeah, kind of
sometimes-
yellowish too, almost like
Yeah.
a pus
Like a
color.
brown.
Yeah.
It'll have like a brownish green to it. It'll have like, or you can get. This is where it gets tricky too. Excuse me.
Shebeen.
Shebeen. It came back up. So anyway, so you could have.
Tastes
if you
good
have,
coming back up.
Yeah. If you get that bright red, okay, bright red with air, and then there's bright red with gut. Bright red with gut.
So entry was probably.
Well,
The
no,
lung.
not necessarily. I mean, it could if it was quartering towards you and have that gut. But also, if you get straight gut, it's the same color red. It looks like it has air bubbles in it, but it has grit on it, more or
Right.
less. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing to watch out for. What if you get like a clearish like red,
A clear red.
like a yeah,
Damn. I want to say.
like a slimy red.
So that I honestly don't know. You
That
stumped
would
me
be
there.
spine.
Oh, okay.
That's a spine or brisket. Also, you get a weird different it's like a slimy white.
no
with
kidding.
with the red. Sometimes
See,
in
I'm
the
learning
brisket.
something right on the podcast. You
Yeah.
know? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. We need to
And
learn.
the other indication when you're looking at the bloods too is like that point of contact where the broadhead goes in. It's gonna cut hair right on the contact.
Right.
So a lot of times you'll have your brown, you can have whites, you can have different color hair. So that, if you picture in your mind, or if you have to, Google an image of a deer and see where those lateral lines or the different colorations of the hair is to what's on the ground.
Right.
You
Like
know?
our last post we put up.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can definitely see where the
Exit and entry go.
yeah, exactly, and where the hair and shit like that's on the ground. Because
Right.
if you get a lot of white hair, where can the white hair be?
Trim
On the belly. Yeah.
That's
you
a
trim
belly?
that belly up.
yeah.
Or that brisket?
Right. That's
It's
cool.
gonna have a more like whitish brown gristle hair, kind of.
Hell yeah.
But this is all just off the top of my head. I'd have
Right.
to definitely like really think about.
No,
it,
that's good. That's good that you touch on that. So this way, hopefully 13, maybe even 14 listeners, they learn something as well.
but- yeah,
I mean, shit. That's stuff that we need to think about, because you're not just gonna go out there sling an arrow especially just because you're new to the game doesn't mean you make unethical shots. The whole point of especially bow hunting is being ethical and choosing your shot. Like you said, it was quartering two, but you had to wait for the right moment to sling that arrow.
Or know where to make that arrow.
Exactly.
And a lot of times, like, I'll take a 3D target and turn it at different angles. Or move myself to different angles.
Yo, that's good advice, actually.
You know, so you get to know those different areas and make those shots. I mean, that's definitely something to learn. Or I'll turn a bag or whatever I have to do and just kind of envision myself shooting that. I mean, dude, this is coming from someone who used to shoot almost 1,000 arrows a day. I used to shoot
in the off season, right?
In the off season,
because you don't want to wear out your muscles once you get close to season.
Yeah,
I shoot a lot less when I get closer.
Like I would, you know, like I'll be doing work and I'll shoot 6-8 arrows and then go back to doing what I'm doing. Go back, shoot 6-8 arrows, 10, 12 arrows, you know, at a time.
Right.
I mean, combo on and off.
That was weird. You cut out real quick.
Yeah,
that was weird.
Yeah.
So how'd you drag it out? Or actually, before that, you know what? We'll get right back to you. I want to hear Ryan more.
What do you got? Well, I want to touch base a little bit on what you're saying. You know, talking about moving the 3D target. You got to think when you're shooting from elevated position, you want to.
Right. I saw you practicing from a tree, right?
Yep. I got a buddy stand at my yard in my field. I mean, I can shoot as far as my bow will shoot in my field. But you got to think about where your exit wound is going to be, because just because you know where that entrance is going to be, that's where you're aiming. But you also got to think about where that exit's going to be. If you're 20 feet up in the tree and you think you're shooting a perfect broadside shot, but that arrow's going out the bottom of that deer and you may only one lung them, you may take out just the brisket. You got to think about where that exit wound is going to be.
Word.
So if it's quartering away from you, you got to shoot almost behind that last rib so it goes out through both lungs. If you're directly above it shooting broadside, you want to shoot just a little bit high because that's going straight down through it. So you want to think about that exit wound when you're shooting from elevated position, especially
elevated or any type of
quartering,
non-quartering away. You're not thinking about the entry. You're thinking about the exit.
Right.
Archery, you think about the exit. With firearms, you think of entry.
Oh, you shoot him in the head with a firearm.
Yeah. Now that's fucking savage.
Hey, but that's why this is bow hunting podcast.
Yeah. You don't want us talking about guns, because when we get in the woods, you know it's fucking bad and shit is about to get real.
We won't drop names, or you shoot him in the head with a bow, but we won't drop names on that. we know a couple guys that do that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we won't go there.
Especially messing around in the 3D field. That's always fun too.
Well, 3D field is all right.
Well, no, in the 3D field, shit gets out of hand. Let me tell you something.
We
right
make
now.
our
You
own
have
little
never
spots in the woods and
3D shot with us. We do the extreme 3D.
We're supposed to though. You bailed on me.
Yo, this shit gets out of control. Not even a question. Like, I think that we're still drunk from the night before when we go to the 3Ds.
Usually, yes.
This is how this goes. And we're like betting each other like, yo, can you shoot the fucking antler off that thing at 75 yards? And we're like making our own angles.
From up on the rock on top of the sand pit.
Dude, it's never good. But you know what? Those are the shots that it gets you better. Right. You know, you make those crazy things. Like, you know, we'll constantly start at 80, 90, 100 yards.
Right,
and then we'll work our way back. That's a huge thing for us.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. It's almost like any sport too. I remember back in the day, you know, even not to reference baseball, bow hunt, because there's no comparison, but you know, in baseball you warm up throwing the ball. We always start small and then you get up big, go big, and then get back to small, and then you'd be surprised how accurate you get from stretching your range and getting back to the kill spot, so to speak.
Exactly.
Like 60 and under.
Mm-hmm.
Just to backtrack real quick, talking about 3D shoots. We can probably do a whole segment on this, but I recommend to everyone, even if you've never done a 3D shoot, especially if you've never done one, get out there and try them. They are so much fun. Really puts into perspective all the different, you know, scenarios that you may come into when you're in the woods. You get to shoot some cool things: alligators, dinosaurs,
Bigfoot.
Practice your
Bigfoot,
guessing.
You practice guessing your different yardages, and it's a lot of fun. You know, you got to be very versatile. Some of these things you're shooting through just little sections of branches that are just showing the kill zone. A lot of these clubs do a really good job, but
Niantic is nasty.
That was really good. Yep. You shoot over water. You shoot over water. You shoot from elevated positions. You shoot from shooting uphill, all kinds of cool stuff. So I definitely recommend, especially if you've never done it. You're gonna lose arrows. You're gonna fling them off the top of the backs. They're gonna go flying through the trees. They're gonna shatter. Trevor and I lost a few arrows ourselves this year, having a little fun. But definitely get out there and give it a shot. They're a good time.
No, they definitely are, and it definitely keeps you in the motions of how things work. And not, on the off season, it's a great thing to go there and practice and do different things. They have money shots, 50-50 shots. I mean,
incentive is good.
It's an entertaining thing. It really, truly, honestly is. We love it. We do it all the time.
So this is a perfect time to get back to the story, because I know all the new guys out there are like starving for information.
Yeah.
So after your deer went down, you climbed down. No bloopers when you climbed down, which is a plus.
I was just so excited. I could have fucking just fell out the tree and not even known it. Honestly.
So you went to the deer, and then what's the next step?
So then I get to the deer. I look at my arrow, covered in blood, and just kind of. Now you go step by step. So if I was to break it down, like how I would do it fluently, the way that you should do it, what I would do is I would get to the spot where you made your shot. Look there, look for the arrow, find the arrow, see what's on the arrow, if it has grit, if it has shit, has air, what it has on it, check it. Then I would start slowly walking forward in the direction where you think that it had gone, looking for blood. Now when you find your first drop of blood, you look from there to your second drop of blood. Do not keep walking. When you overturn leaves, grass, fucking ferns, you walk through shit, you're wiping blood. You're flipping things, you're moving things. Shebeen Brewery. And you're gonna screw yourself all up. So what you would do is go spot to spot until you find it like on the sides of trees, on the fucking just everywhere. And then it's just at that point it's a march forward. You just really want to pay attention to spot by spot by spot, because they do dry up, they do disappear. You never know what kind of shot that you actually made until you end up on this deer. Or you have it on camera, obviously, and replay it 101 times.
And to interrupt real quick, actually what I do, because I'm so new to it, I actually I see a blood spot, right? And I take, because I always bring TP with me in my backpack, I see a blood spot, I take one sheet and I drop it there. So this way it's a good landmark. Just in case I miss something, I could backtrack and it's easy to see. I spot it right away.
So one thing that we've learned that we do is we take the arrow that we have, and when you're spot of blood, you put the arrow next to it. And then you get to the next one, the next one, the next one, and work your way through.
That's cool.
Or we have two guys, one guy on the main trail of the blood, they're standing at the blood, then the next guy walks around either left or right of the trail, goes to the next one, that guy stops there, boom, boom, boom.
That's good.
And work your way through the woods. Sometimes I've been on my fucking hands and knees trying
Don't
to
be
crawl.
afraid to get on your hands and knees. Sometimes
you gotta, I mean, you're looking for pin drops sometimes.
You're looking for just the tiniest little drop.
Yeah.
No homo. Get down on your hands and knees.
And then sometimes like I was more or less talking about blood, clear blood, that's when you get into your drying up of blood, when it goes clear.
I bet it gets tough at that. But let's try to stick to your kill shot from.
Oh yeah, so I got to mine. There was blood everywhere. I mean, I painted the woods. At that point,
you became an artist, so to speak.
Spitting blood, so there's just splatter everywhere, just like
raining blood.
Oh,
shout out to Slayer. Slayer Studio.
I let him have it.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, then I retrieved it, got there, split it, gutted it.
But all right, well, let's go back. Let's go back a bit, and because everyone that's experienced, and I'm experienced enough to know, split it, gut it, like that's a common thing. So what do you do when you get there before you gut it? You pinch just under the sternum, right? The skin, kind of puncture.
So the first thing that I would do,
right,
is I fill out a tag.
Yes.
Boom.
That was kind of a test for you, I think, Trev.
Boom.
So
Ryan caught on to it.
I caught on
to it. You passed the test. You aced it.
So fill Fill out the tag. That
Hell
is key.
yeah.
Especially in this state with being tagless.
And it's small
Huge.
state. So
Huge.
the COs are everywhere, man.
Yep.
Especially they know me. So they're on my shit. No.
For good reasons or bad reasons?
No.
Little of both.
No, because no. Because of Euroshop.
Right.
So they always know. They know my car. They know where I'm hunting. They know what's up. One of the local officers drive by my spot all the time and be like, I know you're in there.
They text you, right?
Yeah, all the time, dude. But no, definitely write out your tags. That's key. And just, like the way that I do it, I just fill it out. No confirmation number. Put it with it back in my backpack. And then with a pen. So that if anything was ever to come up and somebody was asked, you just whip out the tag and say, yeah, this is my tag at this date, this time. But they're going to go, oh, it was at 3:30 p.m. on 9/17. Then they know that it's right on.
But that's because they know you. If you're new to the game, don't do that.
I don't think it's supposed to technically...
No.
Is it supposed to be on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to stay with the carcass at all times.
Yep. So that's because
so shove it in its ear or the mouth.
Right, or well,
whatever.
if you walk away and you take your backpack with you and you've got the tag in your backpack, but that carcass is in the woods, that tag should technically be with the carcass.
Right.
Okay.
So you zip tie it in a plastic bag. You zip tie it in a plastic bag.
I'm a fucking rebel, bro. What do you want?
Stuff
from
it in
me?
its mouth. I know
savage.
you get bears sent to you that are frozen with the tags in its mouth, something like that. Put in a little plastic bag, stuff in its mouth. It's not going
anything that makes it secure to the carcass.
Going back to it's actually kind of funny that you say about that the bag and this and that. Like the old timers that come through the shop all the time, they're telling me all these stories. So this guy, quick story from Maine, from Vermont, Maine, somewhere up there. Anyways, Mainer probably crazy as fuck. Shoots this giant deer up on the mountain. Leaves the mountain and has to go back down to get somebody to help him drag the deer, right? Comes back up, there's another hunter at his carcass, right? This deer they shot, and he's like, oh, this is my deer. And the guy was like, no, that's my deer. And they were like, oh, really? He's like, oh, that's yours? Okay, no problem. Open the mouth. His fucking tag is inside the mouth of the deer.
Oh.
How did that get in there? You just shot it.
Right, exactly.
So that's actually a smart thing to do,
That's
if you have
what
an
I'm
issue,
saying.
especially in this state.
That's why it's important to make sure you tag your deer. The first thing you do, Trev, pass the test. Don't touch that. Don't touch. Trev, pass the test. And the first thing you want to do, especially in a small state like Connecticut and COs everywhere, is you put your tag on it, whether it be zip tied, duct tape, super glue, bubble gum, stick it somewhere. And I won't name places, but stick it somewhere where it'll stick. So this way, and you know what? In the mouth, in a Ziploc bag, that's actually very clever. Just in case another hunter tries to swing by and claim it, it's like, oh yeah, like, and don't be bashful.
I would cut its tongue out and take it with me, and then come back and be like, where the fuck's its tongue?
Oh, this one? It's in my pocket.
Shit, I'm part Indian. I'll rip the heart out. Fucking
you would
a
fucking
bite
eat
out
it.
of it.
No.
No.
Oh!
So getting back to the gunning.
So I just get back, and then, like you're saying, between the sternum, you just grab a hold of it, pinch it, cut it. I take my two fingers.
All the way down to the crotch area, right?
Right. And I take my two fingers, and I put the skin on either side, put my knife in the middle.
What kind of knife do you use?
Zip it. I have a...
You don't have to get specific on brand unless you want to, but like the style of knife.
We're specific on here. Check
Yeah?
I have a Mohauser custom knife that was built for me. By a friend of mine got it for me. It says custom made.
Drink.
Custom made and has my name on it.
Why am I getting the perfect ones? I don't understand that.
You gotta go slow. I figured out you gotta let the air release before you crack it. If you just crack it, they go everywhere.
That's me.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, because it's a pale ale.
Yeah.
So mine is
white privilege pale ale.
So mine is a mammoth tooth. Mine's made out of mammoth tooth, and it has hammered. It's pretty gnarly, dude.
Very nice.
Real nice. A good friend of mine.
Damn, son.
It was a wedding present, wasn't it?
Yeah, my good friend of mine, Matt, made it for me. For
I'm
my
glad I
wedding
invited
present.
you guys to my wedding.
Yeah. So, yeah. So then I just gutted it. Then what I do is you go through the first layer. There's a layer that holds the stomach, and you just undo that. Reach up, cut the esophagus as high as you can, pull everything out, fucking finger the butthole, around the butthole, pull.
Don't enjoy it, just get it done.
And get it out. If you
What
play
I
with it
actually-
more than twice, you're playing with it.
What I actually like to do is kind of put all my body weight on both hind legs and
Yep,
kind of
split
crack
'em.
them.
That's how I do.
Right.
I got a little handsaw. You're gonna cut that pelvis eventually when you're cleaning the deer.
Make it
you know.
easy.
You
Right.
might as well just, instead of fingering the butthole like Trevor does, I just cut the pelvis bone, cut around it, and thing comes right
It's
out.
my
the middle, so.
enjoyment, bro.
That's
I'm
that
married.
that warm hole you got there, huh, Chuck?
The homeboy's married, so any action he can get outside of his marriage. That's funny. But yeah, you crack the pelvis, and then like Ryan said, you saw that part out, and you just kind of kick it to the side, and you're gonna see little fucking cocoa pebbles popping out, little raisinets. But it's all
the
part
piss
of it.
sack. Make sure you grab the piss sack.
Oh yeah, keep that.
Be very, very cautious, and take your time when you do this, so you don't split any type of the guts, because if not, you're gonna start smelling a bit of raunchiness. And the only thing that I could kind of compare it to, me being a parent, kind of smells like fucking baby shit. Word?
I don't know.
we ain't got kids over here.
I know.
You guys are lucky. Shit, I'm
Yeah.
tied down with fucking kids. They're great and they're awesome, but if it's not for you, I understand. But yeah, it kind of smells like baby shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that?
It's just this guy. I'm just so
Isn't
prone
that
to
crazy?
it. I'm just so used to it.
So after you gutted it, right?
Yep.
Do you usually leave the guts there, or do you take it with you? Or
I
what do you
just
do?
leave the guts there.
They're
I mean,
gone.
there's so
They're
many
gone in a couple
predators.
days.
And
Yeah.
Right, between all the mice and the squirrels and
the only thing
everything.
I do
Coyotes.
different than anybody else is I take my feet and I put them on the front and the back leg on the opposite side, and I take it and I pull it and I TP it. And I
Okay.
just let everything drain out. Pick up the head, pick up the tail, drain out, and then just make sure all the blood's out.
Well, we ain't all savage like you.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like all
if
the
it's
blood
small
out.
enough, you can just pick it up by its ear and let it all drain out like
Yeah.
that. So.
Right, that's true. That's true.
When you're Sasquatch, you just fucking pick the thing up.
Yeah, I dig that. I dig that for sure. For sure. You saved me that heart though, right?
No, I didn't.
You son of a bitch.
You texted me after the fact. That's
Oh
why.
my god.
Yeah.
How do you not save the heart?
I don't
that
know.
shit is banging. I eat the heart, the kidney, and the liver.
Yeah.
I eat
No
all
thanks.
that.
You can keep it.
Oh well.
I don't even eat the internal loins. I give them away.
Yeah, you're crazy. That's the first thing I eat.
I
I get that thing hung up or cut them loins out, cook them up. It's early in the
Inner
morning.
You don't
cook
eat the
them up.
loins?
You're
Inner
crazy.
loins?
Bro, you
I
need to
give 'em
start
away.
saving. You
Why?
need to start saving that shit.
I
You're
give them
crazy.
away.
Why?
You don't even need a knife for that. You could peel them off.
I do. I peel
Where
them
they
out with my
at? Where they
fingers.
at?
I gave them to the neighbor. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
come
what the
on.
fuck?
We
What the
gotta
fuck
keep
are we
the
doing
name-
this podcast
Yeah,
for and we're
get
getting
the-
gypped?
We're out of here.
I'm leaving.
Peace.
No.
So back to it. How'd you drag it out? What'd you do to drag it out?
Oh, I just grabbed the whole of its foot and fucking started.
Like a fucking
Yeah, that's
caveman?
not. You're not
Yeah.
that. You're not all that far in the woods there. It ain't
No,
bad.
not that bad.
No.
It's only
Yeah,
it's downhill,
Yeah.
so it wasn't that bad. But
You
if
didn't
I
use my fucking canvas shit? Did I leave that in the truck or
We
no?
did.
no,
gave it back
we
to
gave
you.
it back to you.
Uh.
But normally, what I would do is I would take a green stick and I put slices in their back two legs. I put the stick through it and then I drag it out with the stick.
Yeah,
Hook it up
that's
to your
how I always
harness
do
and
it.
just walk.
Just walk.
Well, I just want you to get into detail with that, so this way the new guys get into the game. If they get lucky enough to get something down and blood on the
So
ground.
on the rear of the deer, on the rear legs, there's an area that has a bone on one side and a tendon on the other,
With
and
the
it's
main
like a flap
tendon,
of
right?
skin.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Don't ever cut
the
that
main
tendon.
because that's how
Right.
you hang your deer.
Right.
But in the skin there, you just punch the knife through it and then slice down, and you can just open it up like a zipper, and then that's going to be open, and then you can put a stick in there. Grab a hold of the stick. If you have two guys, you just have a bigger stick. Say it's a big deer, and you have one guy on one side, one guy on the other, and you just fucking walk.
Right, because after gutting it, you kind of want to raise that part that you gutted so you don't get no grit or dirt in there. Word?
Right, exactly. I'm telling you, I am the world's best tracker, gutter, and dragger. I wasn't allowed to carry a gun until I was 16 years old. And I was just, all I did was drag deer. I
You know
mean,
what?
I couldn't, obviously there was times that I hunted, but when we hunted with the family and stuff, gun hunting, I wasn't allowed to carry a gun. And I would just literally gut deer, track deer, and drag deer. We just had to put in our time. That
Hell
was
yeah.
our thing.
Hell yeah. So after you dragged it out, not drugged it because you don't want needles in you. After you dragged it out of the woods, what'd you do after that?
I got it home, hung it up, skun it. Yes, I skun it. That is
Skun
real.
it.
Trevor
word.
comes from butcher. He's also a butcher as well. Just in
Yeah.
case I was wondering.
So I hung it up, skun it out, and then I quartered it and put the thing in the fridge.
And what do you start when you start skinning it? Where do you start? Because you hang it obviously from its hind legs.
From the hind legs.
Right. So it drips down.
So actually, it doesn't really matter which way you do it. My personal preference is hanging from the rear. A lot of people like hanging from the head.
Yeah, that's
because
weird.
It's more of an old
that.
school way. Old school.
It's from the
way
neck,
from
right?
From the head, yeah. So it drains out because if you hang it from its feet, then sometimes it gets stuck in its head. So like if you're gonna do a Euro mount, I would hang it from its neck.
Yeah,
So
why is that?
Because then the blood would rush into its head, and then there's definitely difference.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, we're gonna have a whole thing on Euro mounts and the proper breakdown of that in preparation. Because
we'll get back to that.
It's the preparation for a Euro mount is almost the same as the preparation for a shoulder mount. There's step by steps that you need to go by, but that's besides the point. But so I hang it from the rear.
That's weird. So yeah,
I hang it from the rear legs, and then what I do is I just run my knife around the leg. So I run the knife around the leg, and then
around the circumference of it, right?
Yep, and then I cut down
the inner part.
Yep, on the inner part inside the thigh, and you just run your knife down, and you're just gonna open it up.
Almost make like a T, right?
Yep, you're just gonna run down the inner of the leg, right down to where you
pelvis.
open.
Yep.
Right where you open to, then you're just gonna wrap that around,
Start peeling,
just
right?
start peeling.
Peel.
This thing was warm, so I just made one cut down, ripped it around, pulled it down, cut the tail, pull it down, and it came down real easy.
And you need to start saving your hides for your boy.
I know, I forget about this. We could use a couple in here.
Man,
I know you know how to cure.
Bro, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
huge.
It's tedious as fuck, but I use everything.
So do you use like a washer to do it? Because we've learned the steps on the washer.
After, yeah, the trick is you need to
Wash
really,
it first, right?
No, I don't wash it first.
You gotta
actually,
dry it. You gotta dry it first.
Actually, before that, I actually
Flesh it.
Yep.
Nice.
I flesh it. I take all the fat out, and sometimes it's very rare cases, but in warm weather, sometimes you might get some kind of like parasites in there that you want to just get out of there. And especially, I mean, you did trapping for a while.
Yeah.
And
For my $120, I'll just send it out.
that's what I'm
to
saying.
get it done.
I had
fleshing that shit. Get out of here.
I'm just saying. I used to have before.
You have your own fleshing beam?
I do.
That's what's up.
I do. And it's
You made
old
it
school.
yourself?
No. I actually
it?
bought it from this dude that came from Alaska. And even my fleshing knife is, I forgot what they call it, but you'll see it on like Last Alaskans and...
Oh, shit.
Yep, and Life Below Zero. It's the same type of knife that they use in
Double-handed?
No, well, the fleshing one that I use is not double-handed. It's actually for the precision parts. It's single hand, but it's sort of like a half moon shape.
No
super
shit.
sharp, yep.
Wow.
With a T-handle. And
I was trying to get Ryan into the whole tanning thing.
Bro.
Oh, I got that muskrat fur in my freezer.
That's
still.
it. Maybe he can preserve that shit and get it right.
It's tedious as heck. And you know what? We'll just get into that in a different episode.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So what I did was I skun it out and then I quartered it up. So how I quarter it, I just take the front legs.
Wait, before you get to that, sorry to interrupt, but before you get to that, it just kind of peels right off, right?
Oh yeah.
What's that? The skin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it just
the hide, you kind of just muscle it off.
yeah.
Right?
So all you're really doing, is
Maybe
you're
some
making
precision
one
cuts here
incision,
and there.
one incision down the back leg, and into the pelvis area where you cut, and then you just peel it back to the back, and then it'll come down. Oops. That fucking mic.
Fucking farting again.
That fucking mic, bro. So then,
You're talking
and
with
then
your
you
hands,
do the
that's
same.
why.
Then you do the same with the front legs, down the incision into the side, into the brisket. Cut the brisket down to the mouth.
Did you save the skull?
No.
Why not? You're Trav's Euros and you're not even
You
saving
know
your
how
own
many
skulls?
fucking skulls I have, dude? I
Well,
don't want to
send
ever
them
see
my
a
way.
skull.
Send them my way, or add them to the Slayer studio. We need more bone up in this
Oh,
piece.
bro, you don't even know. I went to Ryan's house
I
to go
don't
get
know,
bone
you're right.
last night, and I
Didn't bring
forgot
any
it.
home.
I went there to go get a bunch of it, but yeah. So then I quartered it up and put it in the fridge, and I'm gonna age it for a couple more days, and then cut it up this weekend.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We'll have to do a tutorial video on
Hell
what
yeah.
we do
Hell yeah.
when Ryan or you or
Yeah, we'll start
Yeah,
with a
much
field
shit.
dressing video and everything.
I
so
shoot a
next time,
second
yeah.
one
You
because we
shoot
get
second.
4. We get 4 per person.
Right.
It's a lot of fucking deer.
We should be slaying it up.
Yeah.
I just need to get out there.
Deer, a dozen deer.
Which brings me to the next and last segment of this episode. Is everyone out there, we're experienced enough that we get out there in the woods and there's always stuff that fucking bothers us. And everyone can relate on this subject. And not to bring up Family Guy, but, Peter Griffin, he says, what grinds your gears? Well, you know what? D-Rock says, what rattles your antlers?
What rattles your antlers?
And D-Rock is here to bring you a new segment that's always on everyone's mind. What fucking rattles your antlers? Let's see, Ryan. What rattles your antlers?
Shit, I can go a few ways with this. I mean, I don't know.
Go every which way.
All right, I'm gonna go with a small list of them here that really fucking get me: hikers, mountain bikers, and horseback riders.
Elaborate.
Damn.
Fucking all of them.
We have more problems with. Dude, you want to talk about it? Our boy Matt has got his own property down here, and it's 60 acres. We hunt it all the time, and the motherfucking horseback riding bitches.
They think they own everything and
Really?
they can go anywhere they want.
They are subject.
Right, Ryan.
It's just, you know what? Us as hunters, outdoorsmen, sportsmen, we pay fees for hunting licenses, for permits, for fishing licenses, for stamps, for tags, and all that goes to conserving this land and keeping this land forever. But all these mountain bikers, hikers, horseback riders, they all go into these lands for free. And they're the ones that destroy these. The mountain bikers create jumps. They cut down trees so they go in there, they go across the trails that you have to cross over so they can jump their bikes. And here we are, having to use these obstacles.
And they're probably not even doing that legally, right?
No, you can't do that on state lands, but everywhere you go.
We can't even twist in a fucking...
Yeah.
Well, no, we can't put... even put hooks in a tree.
These guys are cutting down shit.
It's ridiculous. And the horseback riders, they all trespass. They do everything, One of our, our hometown forest here that we grew up hunting, we don't even hunt it anymore because it got taken over by mountain bikers just doing that same exact thing. You go up a trail and there's just 5-6 logs cut down, making a big jump because the mountain bikers... And now all of a sudden there's no deer anywhere there. They're all pushed onto private land, people's backyards. We as sportsmen, we pay to be there. We pay to conserve that land. We go out, if you see a piece of trash, we pick it up.
That's what I'm saying.
If we see a hurt deer walking by, we don't really want to take that hurt deer because that meat could be infected because it got hit by a car. But we're going to take that to save the herd. We're going to manage that herd. We go out there and manage the animals without us as hunters being on those properties. The herds get out of control. They get unhealthy. But we're out there doing our part, and these people go on these lands, and they push the deer out. They're disrespectful for the lands, and they ruin the opportunities out there. But yet they're the ones that, the reason why we don't have Sunday hunting, the reason why areas get shut down. But here we are doing
Actually, we have Sunday hunting now.
Well, yeah.
That's
but
new law that
not on state land.
Well, Connecticut...
Not state land because of these fucking assholes.
Right,
exactly.
But, Connecticut does such a good job. This is the benefits of a small state. We do such a good job. We don't have CWD. And hopefully never. And then on top of that, we could hunt on Sundays now because we're getting
there.
Did you read the law? So the law states that we can hunt on Sundays, except for zones 2, 4A, whatever the fuck it is.
Until October 1st.
Until October 1st. But it says you must be 40 yards away from a blazed marked trail.
Right.
Which is a crock of shit. So this motherfucker can come onto my property.
Right. Trespass.
Put a blazed trail, and I gotta be 40 fucking yards away from that blazed trail.
On your own private fucking property.
Are you kidding me?
Right.
Now I have to go to them to tell them to move the trail?
Right. Well, think about this, Trevor. I own my own property. I got 4 acres of land I hunt on from time to time.
If they put it on the edge of your property, now you're gonna be 40 yards, and now lose 40 yards.
I got a blazed driveway that goes up through my fucking property. I got to be 40 yards from that technically on a Sunday.
No, like a blazed marked hiking trail is what it technically is.
Well, people shouldn't be fucking trespassing.
But say that they put it on the other side of your stone wall. Now you have to be 40 yards away from your stone wall, so you couldn't put your tree stand on the edge of your property because there was a fucking blazed trail on the other side of it.
Right.
Excuse me, I pay the fucking taxes.
Right.
Where are you to put blazed trail on the edge of it?
Right. No,
Crazy.
it's ridiculous. And one of the public pieces that we hunt showed up the other day. There's a couple horse trailers there. I get it. They're riding the horses. Not that I like them much. Then the lady proceeds to tell me that she's about to run 10 foxhounds across this property, and I'm going out there to hunt.
Come on.
It's like, you got to be kidding me. Of course,
That's
the
ridiculous.
deer are sort of used to this, but at the same time, you're out there damaging the wildlife by doing this. You can't run. The deer are used to people hiking on trails, but now you're running dogs through there,
Right.
and you're just disturbing the wildlife. But yet we're the ones that go out and we pass on deer because it's not a nice management deer. It's not a good, healthy deer to take out of the herd. These people are out there running animals away with their dogs and their horses and all the things they're doing out there. But yet we're the ones that look bad in the public eye. So
Right.
that's something that rattles my antlers, is the anti-sportsmen, the non-hunters that are out there using the land, abusing it, and they're not giving anything back to it like we do.
All right.
Preach it, brother. Preach
I
it.
hear it.
Trev, what rattles your antlers?
Rattles my antlers is crooked motherfucking trees.
Why? Because you fall down them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Dropping bows,
Yeah,
falling
crooked
out.
trees, bro. They definitely get me twisted.
That is the worst.
Yeah,
That
that
is the
rattles
worst.
my horns.
Preach it, brother. We want to
Yeah.
hear it. What else rattles your antlers?
Rattles my antlers. Something that rattles my antlers.
There's got to be more than a twisted tree. There's got to be more.
All these motherfuckers
Stealing stands and
that
shit.
stand stealers.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, sir. In
Camera-
Coventry, they do that?
cameras.
Yo, they're like straight
Everywhere.
thugs, dude. So
Bro.
we had some crazy shit happen last year. So my boy
Tell me
that
about
we hunt with, Don,
Oh,
he
yeah,
had
it's
a
good
tree
story
stand.
here.
He had a tree stand stolen off of a state lease property. He put a stand in there. They stole it. He said, "Fuck you." So he went and got another stand. He put a GPS tracker. Bro, he went on Amazon, bought a GPS tracker with a plan. Okay, he paid $20 a month. Set that shit in the woods in the most known spot ever. And had this motherfucker come back and stole the tree stand.
Damn, talk
And it-
about revengeful.
And he just
motherfucker.
watched it. He watched it. Went to the dude's house. The tree stand did. Called the fucking cops and the DEP. They showed up at his house and they arrested him and got both of his stands back.
Oh,
The same
snap.
dude that hunts on that property got whacked with both stands.
Wow.
Now you better watch out, little boys and girls stealing fucking tree stands, because the Department of Environmental Protection here in Connecticut knows all about the tracking devices and they will be setting you up. They reached out to us and they wanted to know what the program was. Don was on a phone conference with the commissioner of Department of Environmental Protection and a bunch of other officers, and they've reached out and they went and they've bought trackers to put into tree stands and to set people up.
What?
Get on me. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm
That's
saying.
unknown. This is only released on East Coast Bowhunting.
New release.
Way to go, Trev. Where are the Robo Bucks at?
Yeah, fuck the Robo Bucks. Steal my tree stand, motherfucker. Watch what happens.
Damn, son.
That's what I'm saying.
crazy.
That's real life. So what rattles your horns?
What rattles my antlers?
Antlers.
I know what rattles your antlers.
What's that, Ryan?
Dumb fucks.
Setting up next to you.
Oh my gosh.
Douchebags.
Douchebags setting up close to me. You're flashing them down and shining them down with your flashlight, and they still set up, turn off their lights, and still set up 60 yards away from you. What the hell are... I mean, even if you're new there and don't want to walk in too deep, and then you're getting a flashlight shine to you, why the hell... Common sense tells you, step away and go find another spot. But no, this guy, he... Not only did he turn off his light, set up his equipment, climb a tree 60 yards away, this dude is blown up social media, telling social media where he's at.
That he's not seeing no deer.
Practically, I wonder why he wasn't seeing
He
no
saw
deer
a lot
from-
of cars, I bet, sitting next to the road, though.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
idiot.
You know, it fucking kills me that the common sense is like, as a new guy, we love you. Welcome to the hunting world. But as a new guy, if you don't use common sense, please don't come into the woods. Stay in your 3D shooting and just stay there until you can learn more. Don't get into the woods before you're not educated enough. And it takes practice. But if you get shined down by another hunter, step away and go find another spot. You know what?
I agree.
You know what rattles my antlers, Trev?
What's that?
Dirt bike riders.
Yes.
I'm a dirt bike rider myself. Ryan, I'm saying quads, fucking side by sides. What the fuck? fuck you guys.
Yeah, I got a story in that. I was at one of my local state land spots around the corner from my house the other day, and nice little spot set up near a cornfield or not a cornfield, a hayfield in a swamp. Felt like the right spot. It was probably 5:15. Getting close to that time, crunch time. Things should start moving. Here comes a side by side, a couple kids coming off private land.
I heard about that.
Blazing right into this state land spot, and I mean that's just something else that rattles my antlers there. Trevor and I were out doing food plots and stuff.
Are even side-by-sides legal in Connecticut?
Yeah, they're not on state land. Not on state land.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
What the fuck
we had dirt bikers come past us, and I mean, on state land...
if you're set up and you're legal, I can't hate on it. You know what I mean? You're paying, you're contributing to the state. I can't hate on you. But when I see fucking... know what rattles my antlers, Ryan?
What's that?
When I see dirt bike riders have a rendezvous right around my kill zone where I have a mini food plot grown perfectly by the fucking farming Mexican that I am. And they're doing a fucking drug transaction right there. And I'm saying, watching everything. You know what? I'm going to start filming
That's how we're the dirty water, huh?
Yo, the dirty is no joke. I'm going to start filming this shit so I can show you guys what the fuck happens when I'm in a fucking
Stolen
tree.
dirt bikes coming up doing drug
Probably. These guys are hitting the woods, so...
Yo,
they're hitting the woods so they don't get caught by anyone. Little do they know there's fucking Mexican hunters and ninjas in the fucking trees. And they don't even know that I'm there. Jesus.
That's insane.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what rattles my antlers. And you know what? That ends this segment. Thank you for enjoying Rattle Our Antlers.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
We covered a lot in this episode. Ryan bombarded the episode from being hardcore hunting as usual. Trying to get it in. Trev getting blood down on the ground.
Yeah.
D-Rock can't make it happen yet, but we're still working on it. Fucking drug dealers are taking over my spots. But we're going to make it happen. We're here to educate, help you through evolution, and we're here to entertain. So, Ryan, what do you think we got to do? Let's end on a positive note here.
Oh, man, what we got to do is just keep practicing, getting in those woods every chance we get. I actually just turned down a kind of a job promotion because it's deer season. My supervisor called me. He texted me this morning saying he's got a class opening for me to get promoted to the next level technician, and from October 22nd to November 9th. And I politely declined that offer. It's a pretty
devotion.
Good. Yeah, it's a pretty good bump in pay, but it's kind of I got some sick time coming or some vacation time. It's already set up around Halloween and stuff for deer hunting. I'm like, it just doesn't work with my personal life. So
that's positive.
So hopefully,
fuck the money. I want deer.
It's deer season. I said hopefully there's one that comes over the winter time so I can get out of the field for a couple weeks and get in class instead. And then it's not deer hunting season, but. All the time you get spent in the woods, get out there, whether you're killing anything or not, whether you're seeing deer, get out there, learn something new, and you're not going to kill them from your couch.
Awesome. Trev, what you got?
I'm ready to put a fucking wall hanger on the wall.
Hell yeah.
Pressure's off of you. Pressure's off of you.
Yeah, man.
Dude, right?
They shot it, so.
I think I got beginner's luck last year is what it was.
Probably.
You know?
It happens. And I got, I'm hunting. So right now, I'm not going back to work I got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off.
Come on.
Yeah, Northeastern Game Call boys, they're coming down Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I got Sunday, and I got to go back to work on Monday. We got storms rolling in, tonight.
Yeah.
So then, but I'll be hunting all weekend. So I'm hoping to put a monster... and I'm going to hang it on the wall, and I'm excited about that. What do you got positive?
Positive right now is we got the main boys coming down, and we'll have them on the show very soon. Positive is Ryan's been hitting the woods hard, trying to make shit happen. Positive is Trev's got blood on the ground already. And the positive is I like the pressure because I want the challenge. So now I need to get a kill shot, get something going. Avoid those drug deals. I'm going to go even deeper because I'm in there pretty deep, but I'm going to go even deeper and try to make it happen. And the positive is you got to get feet on the ground, as Ryan likes to say. And one thing we got to stay doing is
stay stepping
and stay slaying.